Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to the daily reading session. This morning, let's talk about introducing ourselves first. My name is Gian Ramadhani from the Professional High School Bank Malang.
Hello, my name is Nala Kazima. I'm from Hospital Hikati Campus Surabaya.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Fadi Fadiansyah, from SKN 1, Surabaya.
Hello, my name is Rahma. I'm from Pajajaran University.
Okay, thank you all for your introduction. Now let's get into the reading session. We'll start with you first. Less hubris, more humility. President Joko or Jokowi Widodo may be, as Ben Bland puts it, a man of contradictions, but when it comes to critical minerals, he is a man of his word, at least until now. Ever since he pledged to defend Jakarta's decision to ban nickel and other critical minerals, Jokowi and his aides have gone all the way to uphold the policy. This includes appealing the World Trade Organization verdict that found the nickel ore export prohibition in violation of the global trade regime to which Indonesia is a party. Indonesia is now facing new pressure after the International Monetary Fund recommended that the country gradually lift the ban to prevent retaliation from trading partners. In its latest country report, the IMF said Indonesia's downstream policy could potentially lead to a loss of revenue from export tax as the policy lacked consideration of cost and benefit analysis on the impact of the ban. While it is true that many countries are upset by Indonesia's mineral export ban, it is hard to ignore the fact that Indonesia can generate revenue of more than 20 billion US dollars a year from nickel. Ever since the policy came into force in 2020, before the ban, Indonesia earned less than $1 billion from the mineral, as the country is known to have the world's largest reserve. Okay. Next is Fadli.
Ukraine Security Framework. Fighting against Russian invasion launched in February 2022. It set a delegation by the group of 7 most industrialized countries will set out how allies will support Ukraine over the coming years to end the war and deter and respond to any further attack, said the UK government statement. In practice, this would come as bilateral agreement with Kiev on long-term military and financial aid to keep Ukraine army and economy running. A White House official said the US would start so stuck with Kiev. So we expect Duterte official the G7 is made of the US, Germany.
Then the stuff you'll notice, but I mean, calls to explore alternative theory for soft projects in Myanmar spaces. ASEAN Indonesia is launching a review of the integrated implementation of the bloc foreign consensus for peace. The announcement comes after a closed-door meeting on Wednesday on the latest development in Naypyidaw, including report of a top-tier diplomat meeting with outside Myanmar leader Aung San Suu Kyi, with some questions say has secured the both Myanmar safety and Indonesian leadership. On the day of the Foreign Minister Ratna Al-Mansuri announced the start of the 5PC review at the upcoming summit in September. The bloc foreign minister will offer their recommendation of the majority to leaders of ASEAN member states. The 5PC women of primary reference. Any of her initiatives will help to support its implementation, but not said on Wednesday. And then next.
Nonetheless, a human operator will always be on board in case the train encounters any problem, the LRT's operator said. One such problem occurred on Wednesday on a trip from Dukuh Atas to Harjamukti that included a journalist from the Jakarta Post. The train made 3 sudden stops along a portion of elevated track. The glide prolonged the trip from the expected at 45 minutes to 54 minutes. The rate was also louder than that of the Jakarta MRT, which was launched in 2019 because of hard braking and acceleration. Transport line operator will improve the service during the course of the trial, with a part trying to be very cautious. We will delay the launch for full service should we encounter any issue, the minister said. Although the technology is sophisticated, we cannot ignore human error. Udah.
Last year, more humility. President Joko Widodo may be, as Ben Blanc puts it, a man of contradiction. But when it comes to critical minerals, he is a man of his word, at least until now. Ever since he pledged to defend Jakarta's position regarding nickel and other critical minerals, Jokowi and his aide have gone all the way to uphold the policy. This includes appealing a World Trade Organization verdict that found the nickel ore export prohibition in violation of the global trade regime, to which Indonesia is a party. Indonesia is now facing new pressure after the International Monetary Fund recommended that the country gradually lift the ban to prevent retaliation from trading partners. In its latest country report, the IMF said Indonesia's downstream policy could potentially lead to a loss of revenue from export practices as the policy flagged consideration of cost and benefit analysis on the impact of the ban. While it is true that many countries are upset by Indonesia's mineral export ban, it is hard to ignore the fact that Indonesia can generate revenue of more than 20 billion US dollars a year from nickel ever since the policy came into force in 2020. Before the ban, Indonesia earned less than $1 billion from the mineral, which the country is known to have the world's largest reserve.
Lah. the United States and globalists were to the unfurled security assurance for Ukraine on Wednesday. After the for Ukraine, NATO summit the day before Zelensky will be welcome in the allies stop short of naming a date or exact condition. President Volodymyr Zelensky denounced the outcome as an upshot, saying Ukraine deserved and clear timetable while the fight in second or Russian invasion began in February 2022. It's a declaration by the group of 7 most industrial Asian countries will set on how allies will support Ukraine over the coming years to end the war and deter and respond to any future attack, said the UK government statesman. And practice the outcome as bilateral agreement with Kiev on long-term military and financial aid to keep Ukraine army and economy running. A White House official said the US would start and with Kiev soon. We expect more non-G7 analysts and partners will want to join up afterwards and do their own bilateral version of this at the official. The G7 is made of the US, Germany, Japan, France, Canada, Italy, and the UK.
ASEAN to reduce the Myanmar is against amid call to explore alternative ways to resolve the ASEAN Coordination is launching a review of the implementation of the 5-point consensus or 5P8PC for peace. The announcement comes after a closed-door meeting on Wednesday on the last developments in Naypyidaw, including report of a talk by diplomatic without ousted Myanmar leader Aung San Suu Kyi. Though some questions they has suffered to block Myanmar Turkey and Indonesian leadership. On the third day of the 56th ASEAN Foreign Minister meeting or AFM in Jakarta, Foreign Minister Retno L.P. Marsudi announced the start of the 5PC review at the upcoming summit in September. The foreign minister will alter the combination of the majority leader of ASEAN member states. The 5PC remains on primary reference. Any other initiative will have to support its implementation, Retno said on Wednesday.
On board in case the train encounters any problem, the LRT's operator say. One such problem occurred on Wednesday on a trip from Duku Atas to Harjamukti that included a journalist from the Jakarta Post. The train made 3 sudden stops along a portion of elevated track. The glide prologue the trip from the exit at 45 minutes to 54 minutes. The ride was also louder than that of the Jakarta MRT, which was launching in 2019 because of hard braking and acceleration. Transportation Minister Budi Karya Sumadi said the train operator will improve the service during the course of the trial with a particular focus on safety. We were trying to be very cautious. We will delay the launch for full service should we encounter any issue, the minister said. Although the technology is sophisticated, we cannot ignore human error.
Last, last February's more stability. President Joko Widodo maybe has Ben Glenn Foote, a man of contradiction. But when it comes to critical minerals, he is a man of his word, at least until now. Ever since he pledged to defend Japan's acquisition to ban nickel and other critical minerals, Jokowi and his aide have gone all the way opposite the policy. This includes appealing a World Trade Organization verdict that found the nickel on export prohibition in violation of the global trade regime to which Indonesia is a party. Indonesia is now facing new pressure as the International Monetary Fund recommended that the country gradually lift the ban to prevent retaliation from trading partners. In its latest country report, the IMF said Indonesia's downstream policies could potentially lead to a loss of revenue from export taxes as the policies lack consideration of cost and benefit analysis of the impact of the ban. While it is true that many countries are upset by Indonesia's mineral export ban, it is hard to ignore the fact that Indonesia can generate revenue of more than 20 billion US dollars a year from nickel ever since the policy came into force in 2020. Before the ban, Indonesia earned less than $1 billion from the mineral, which the country is known to have the world's largest reserve.
Okay. G7 cover Ukraine security framework and the Zelensky claim not to lack of clear perceived Thailand as absurd. The United Kingdom, the United States, and global allies were to the unfolding security assurance for Ukraine on Wednesday. After the NATO summit today, people said people welcoming the alliance would stop short of naming a date or exact condition. President Volodymyr Zelensky denounced the autumn as absurd, saying Ukraine deserved and declared timetable with the spike in second in Russian invasion halted in February 2022. He said a delegation by the group of 7 most industrial Asian countries will set out how allies will support Ukraine over the coming years to end the war and detail a response to any future attack, said the UK government statesman. In practice, this welcome as bilateral agreement with Kiev on long-term military and financial aid to keep Ukraine army and economy running. I White House officials said there as what starts with Kiev son. We expect more non-G7 allies and partners will want to join afterward and do their own bilateral version of this, said the official. The G7 is made of the US, Germany, Japan, France, Canada, Italy, and the UK.
Asian derivative Studian Northeast Brand. I mean called to explore alternative ways to resolve the predicted member corrupt cases. Asian Council Indonesia in launching a review of the implementation of the Block 5-point consensus on 5PC or base. The announcement comes after was the meeting of Wednesday on the listed government and Naypyidaw including the report of a top Thai diplomat team with outside Myanmar leading Aung San Suu Kyi, with some Christian say has supported in the bloc Myanmar stability and Indonesian leadership. On the third day of the 56th ASEAN Foreign Minister meeting (AMM) in Jakarta, Foreign Minister Retno Marsudi Marsudi announced the start of the 5P review. At the upcoming summit in September, the next foreign minister will offer their recommendation of the minister to leader of ASEAN member states. The 5PC remains our primary reference. Many on her initiative will help to support its implementation, and Retno said on Wednesday.
Nonetheless, one such problem occurred on Wednesday. That include a journalist from the Jakarta Post. The train made 3 sudden stops along a portion of elevated track. The grid prolonged the trip for the expat at 45 minutes to 54 minutes. The rate was also longer than that of the Jakarta MRT, which was launched in 2019. Because of hard braking and acceleration, Transportation Minister Budi Karya Sumadi said the train operator will improve the service during the course of the trial, with a particular focus on safety. We are trying to be very cautious. We will delay the launch for full service should we encounter any issue, the minister said. Although the technology is sophisticated, we cannot ignore human error.
Okay. Okay, thank you everyone for attending this morning reading session. I will see you in the afternoon reading session for another one. Goodbye.